Deonte Nash, Cassie Ventura's close friend, who worked for Combs for 10 years, he returns to the stand for more cross-examination. During his testimony yesterday, he described the times he says he witnessed Combs be violent with Ventura. Here's part of his testimony where he's describing an alleged violent attack from Combs on Ventura.
Viewer discretion is advised. The following content includes sensitive and disturbing subject matter. In a jaw-dropping revelation that has sent shockwaves through the courtroom and social media alike, Sean Diddy Combs stands accused of a brutal, deeply disturbing chapter in his past. Former stylist Deonte Nash, who once worked closely with both Diddy and his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, took the stand and dropped a bombshell, testifying that the music mogul beat Cassie so savagely she needed stitches on her forehead. And that's not all. Nash claimed he personally witnessed Combs assaulting Cassie and others during terrifying outbursts of rage. But perhaps most chilling of all, he alleged that Diddy once threatened to release explicit tapes of Cassie recorded during what were described as drug-fueled freak-offs with male S-workers. These shocking incidents are now unfolding as part of a high-profile trial where the 55-year-old faces racketeering, S-trafficking, and S-work-related charges.
Including a situation where Ventura, out of fear, almost tried to go over a balcony of a hotel in Los Angeles, all allegedly to escape Diddy after an alleged assault.
Meanwhile, in a dramatic contrast to the chaos of her past, Cassie Ventura has just welcomed her third child, a baby boy, with her now husband, a fitness instructor, seemingly moving on from the darkness with a fresh start. But the shadows of her past with Diddy continue to haunt headlines. And the courtroom. The courtroom grew heavy with tension as Deonte Nash, a close friend and former stylist to Cassie Ventura, reluctantly took the stand in the explosive third week of Sean Diddy Combs' high-stakes trial.
Yes.
What did you do in response?
I opened it.
Who did you see outside the apartment door?
Puff.
What did Mr. Combs say when you opened the apartment door for him?
Bitch, didn't I tell you to answer the phone?
Who did you understand he was speaking to when he said, bitch, didn't I tell you to answer the phone?
Cassie.
What did you see Mr. Combs do after he said that?
Grab her by the hair and pull her off of the couch and start hitting her.
When you say grab her by the hair, who did Mr. Combs grab by the hair?
Cassie.
With visible discomfort, Nash made it clear he didn't want to be there. He had been subpoenaed to testify, pulled into a legal firestorm that's ripping the veil off one of the music industry's most powerful figures.
And after Mr. Combs grabbed Cassie by the hair, what did he do next?
He began to hit her.
Could you tell whether it was with an open or closed fist?
Not really, no.
Could you tell how hard he was hitting her?
Objection.
Overruled.
Could you tell how hard he was hitting her?
Pretty hard.
What was Mr. Combs saying as he pulled Cassie by the hair off the couch and hit her?
I just remember y'all going to stop with me.
What was Mr. Combs' tone and demeanor?
He was in a rage.
Where did you, Mia, and Cassie go after Mr. Combs? Immediately after Mr. Combs started hitting Cassie.
We ran to her bedroom.
Nash, who worked closely with Ventura and saw her almost daily during their time together, painted a horrifying picture of life behind Diddy's glittering empire. As one of 3 key witnesses that day, he recounted scenes that left the courtroom stunned, especially the brutal incident where Cassie needed stitches on her forehead after allegedly being beaten by Diddy. He didn't just speak as a stylist. He spoke as someone who had seen the fear, the control, and the trauma up close.
To Cassie's bedroom?
Cassie's bedroom, yes.
What did you, Mia, and Cassie attempt to do in her bedroom?
Try to close the door.
What happened when you, Mia, and Cassie tried to close the bedroom door?
Puff pushed it open.
After Mr. Combs pushed the bedroom door open, what did you see him do next?
He continued to attack Cassie.
And how was he attacking Cassie?
with his fists and kicking her.
And what parts of Cassie's body did you see him kick and hit?
I mean, it was so fast.
But did you see him
Yes.
make contact with her body?
Yes, he made contact, yes.
What did you do to try to help Cassie?
I jumped on Puff's back.
Nash's testimony not only deepens the serious allegations against Combs, but also gives a voice to the dark reality Cassie may have endured behind closed doors. The testimony only grew darker as Deonte Nash, former stylist and close confidant to Cassie Ventura, revealed the horrifying extent of the alleged abuse at the hands of Sean Diddy Combs. With the jury hanging on every word, Nash said he had personally witnessed Diddy abusing Cassie on multiple occasions, a chilling statement that adds to the damning narrative unfolding in court. When asked how Combs would speak to Ventura, Nash didn't hold back. He told the court that Diddy would routinely degrade her, using cruel and demeaning slurs like slut and hoe, stripping her of her dignity with his words, even before his alleged violence did worse.
How did Mr. Combs react when you jumped on his back?
He threw me off
Where did you land?
on the floor.
Were you injured?
I was a little sore.
What did Mia do to try to help Cassie?
Jump on his back as well.
When you say his back, whose back?
Puff.
How did Mr. Combs react when Mia jumped on Mr. Combs' back?
She was thrown off as well.
What did Mr. Combs do after throwing you and Mia off of his back?
Continued to hit Cassie until her head hit the edge of the bed frame.
What did you see happen after Cassie's head hit the edge of the bed frame?
He still continued to hit her for, a short time. And when he noticed the blood, he just panicked.
So what blood did you see after Cassie's head hit the bed frame?
Blood coming from her head.
How much blood did you see coming from Cassie's head?
A lot.
The stylist also shared a deeply personal confession Cassie had made to him that she didn't want to participate in the notorious Diddy parties, the same drug-fueled events Diddy is now being investigated for orchestrating. But perhaps the most disturbing moment came when Nash recounted a terrifying incident in Cassie's own home. He testified that Diddy once stormed into her Los Angeles apartment where she was peacefully sleeping on the couch. According to Nash, the music mogul screamed at her, grabbed her by the hair, and then violently beat her, turning her safe space into a scene of horror.
And did Mr. Combs stop hitting Cassie immediately after her head hit the bed?
No.
For about how much longer did he continue to hit her as she was bleeding from the head?
Couple of seconds.
After that, at that point, were you still in the room?
Yes.
And where was Mia?
Getting towels.
And where? What were the towels for?
Cassie's head.
And where was Cassie?
She went into the second bathroom.
As you all were leaving the bedroom, what, if anything, did Mr. Combs say to you, Mia and Cassie?
Look what y'all made me do.
And how did you see her the next day?
FaceTime or something like that.
And when you saw her, what, if any, injuries did you see?
She had stitches on her forehead. She had a gash on her forehead.
This damning testimony adds yet another layer to the growing case against Diddy, a man once revered as an industry titan, now facing allegations that suggest a life of control, cruelty, and chaos behind the fame. The courtroom sat in stunned silence as Deonte Nash delivered one of the most horrifying accounts yet in Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing trial. According to Nash, what started as a terrifying confrontation turned into a scene of sheer chaos and brutality. He testified that during one violent outburst, he, Cassie Ventura, and one of Combs' assistants, referred to only as Mia in court, tried desperately to escape, running into a bedroom and attempting to lock the door behind them. But Diddy, in a frenzy, forced his way in. What followed was pure nightmare fuel. Nash told the court that Combs continued to beat Cassie mercilessly until she slammed her head against the bed frame, leaving her bleeding profusely. The image of a bloodied Cassie, helpless and in pain, left an unmistakable mark on the jury. In a desperate attempt to stop the assault, Nash said that he and Mia jumped on Diddy's back, trying anything to pull him away from her. But the violence was relentless. This testimony doesn't just expose rage, it reveals a moment of raw, unfiltered terror, the kind that leaves scars far deeper than the ones seen in court. As the trial unfolds, Diddy's empire of wealth and fame is being stripped bare, revealing a disturbing legacy of alleged abuse, power, and control. The next day, Nash saw Cassie on a video call, stitches above her eyebrow, a painful reminder of the violence she endured. Nash, who started as an intern at Diddy's Bad Boy Records, became a stylist after meeting Cassie in 2008 and remains close to her. When asked by the defense about their last conversation, he calmly responded, "Yesterday, after she had the baby." He firmly corrected the attorney to refer to her as Mrs. Fine, honoring her 2019 marriage to personal trainer Alex Fine. Cassie, heavily pregnant at the time, had already testified for 4 days during the trial's first week. Nash revealed he even helped style her courtroom looks. But the drama didn't end there. Prosecutors implied possible foul play, prompting fierce objections from Diddy's legal team. Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo demanded a mistrial over the outrageous questioning, but the judge denied the request, instructing the jury to disregard the disputed testimony. Nash is expected to return to the stand on Thursday, followed by the highly anticipated testimony of Mia, Diddy's former personal assistant, whose appearance may shed even more light on the dark accusations looming over the hip-hop mogul. As this high-profile trial continues to unravel, more chilling revelations and bombshell testimonies are expected to surface. With Cassie Ventura's inner circle now taking the stand and shocking evidence piling up, the walls may finally be closing in on one of music's most powerful men. But what do you think about these latest developments? Do you believe justice will be served? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're reading them all. And if you want to stay locked in as this story unfolds, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Like, comment, and share to keep the conversation going. This is far from over. Stay tuned.